What's up guys, Mad Dog here for Darkmount Gaming. Today I want to talk about the old-timey last word sniper combo. I mean, this has been a combo for a very long time, but lately it's been used less and less, be it because of the sniper ammo nerf or the last word losing some of its range. And so I just wanted to talk about what is this combo's place in the new meta in Destiny as is. Well, first off, let's talk about the last word. The last word is maybe now one of the most underrated guns. I mean, this gun is still a top tier weapon. And the reason is because it's maybe one of the most versatile weapons since year one. It has been nerfed to Kingdom Come, but it's still excellent. And this current version of the last word, its current iteration, is basically an exotic primary special weapon sidearm. So it's like a universal remote or No Land Beyond. It's basically a primary sidearm. It can compete with any sidearm. It has that really good, it has a really good time to kill. It flinches well. It just takes down, it takes people down. It's something that's in its intended range is so reliable. It's actually quite consistent now that its initial accuracy has been buffed. It's really consistent. You know what you're going to get out of it. Most primaries, if you can get that close, most other primaries can't compete. For as much of a close range weapon as hand cannons are, most of them can't really compete at the range that last word does. Last word at really close ranges is the most dominant primary, maybe except for the universal remote. But I would even say last word is more dominant than that at close range. People will talk about the range drop off is brutal. Now, everyone knows the last word has sneaky high range. It doesn't look like it should, but it just does anyway, and the last word still does. I mean, even when it starts at the really the maximum you want to be using the last word in engagements, the most it has, the most you're still doing 60 a crit. I mean, that's about the limit of your engagement. That's why I call the second level of using the last word, is when you're hitting 60 a crit. And that still is going to take people down really fast. The last word is still greatly competitive, great for taking down shotgunners, great for competing with sidearms. And as a primary, that's fantastic. I mean, this is not a special weapon, this is your primary, and if it can do all the things that really a sidearm can do, that's fantastic. And really, I would suggest try it out. Try it out for yourself. Give it a shot. I find it's really good with a Night Stalker like I'm using in this, just because the Night Stalker has such a great toolbox to use, and we'll talk more about that later. The next thing is sniping. The sniper. You see in these clips, we're doing some practice matches with my team, fellow teammates, and I'm using the Defiance of Yasmin. To me, that's my perfect sniper, just for how unobstructing the reticle is. Its aim assist is nice. It packs a solid punch. It's everything I want in a sniper. And it looks cool. That's a bonus. It looks cool. But sniping is different now than it was before. Sniping is different than really any other special. You really can be the most powerful player on the team, but you have to be smarter than the other people. Okay, shotgunners gotta play smart because they gotta figure out where they're going to move next and anticipate and all that stuff. Snipers have to be smart in a different way. They have to be smart in their positioning, how they're gonna position themselves, where the other team might be grouping up, where their teammates are, so that they can maybe get a good angle and get some easier shots. And it's still highly effective, but my favorite way to use a sniper is a special ammo guarder. You're there to protect special. Especially on big maps like Shores of Time, you can sit by a special box and snipe people out. Or Exodus Blue is another map where you sit inside, where the tubes are. You sit inside and you just you snipe those lanes and you guard special for your team. It's highly effective. But being an aggressive sniper, not as, very difficult. I mean, you're taking your life in your own hands. You're taking heavy chances if you're going to be an aggressive sniper. Trying those quick scopes and all that good stuff. That's very, very, very risky. So how does this work together, and what are some class recommendations I have for this? Well, obviously the class I recommend the most is Night Stalker, just because it's got you're very elusive. The jumps work nicely with the last word, because the last word is actually pretty accurate from the air. So being that really hoppy, elusive kind of player really seems to work with this style. It really seems to work with this setup. It's got a great toolbox. It has maybe one of the best toolboxes. And what I mean by that, it's got a good nade for closing off areas. It's got great, the melee is excellent for, again, closing off areas, weakening opponents. I mean, you throw a smoke and then last word someone down, that's one of the easiest kills you'll ever get. That's an easy kill. The Night Stalker is very squishy, and that's where being a sniper, being a careful sniper comes into play. You can sit at the back, or, if someone comes and charges you, you have the equipment to make a play. But you can also sit back and really take advantage of just, take advantage of your sniper. So another suggestion I would have, is a striker, and for the same reasons as a hunter, a Night Stalker. You have a good shutdown nade. You have a good melee if someone comes in close range. You can move really fast if you're getting closed in on. You're not as elusive as a Night Stalker, but you can still move quickly and you can still make plays and you can still get out of bad situations if you get into them. And, retain your ammo, retain your special ammo, because that's the biggest thing about this build. It's trying to stay alive, keep your ammo, keep position for your team so they can have ammo, and, try get picks here and there. That's kind of your job. Staying alive is such a huge part of this. So to me, those two are the most, and if I were to offer a third, it'd be Defender. And again, a lot of people run no backup plans with Defender. I know shotgunning is big with Defender, but hear me out. You have a bubble, which is good for holding areas down. You have suppressors, which are fantastic with, if you're using the last word, a suppressor would be your best friend, honestly, because you can just hold that group down. You can hold your opponent down. They come in, you suppress them, and it's an easy cleanup kill with your last word. Easy peasy. again, you can snipe, and you still have that Titan movement, so you can get out to dodge easy. You can even, if you want to, you can use magnetic grenades, which are again good for close range, and you can make plays with those. Your melee is good. You can get an overshield. That's also good as well. So those are just some things on my opinion on this setup. It's really good. A lot of people say, "Oh no, last word's terrible. Last word's terrible." Try it. You'll find it's not that terrible. I've heard some people say, "Oh, the last word's terrible. It can't force shot to the body anymore." Well, it has a pretty decent range if you're using it like a sidearm, which is how you should be using it. Then yeah, you should still be able to force tap to the body. It shouldn't be a problem. It's sometimes there is a skewed reaction because of how a weapon used to be compared to how a weapon is now. My suggestion, just give it a shot, and I think you will have success with this. Just give it a shot, get some practice, find a sniper you like, and go nuts. Alright, so that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions or any just views on it at all. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Don't forget to subscribe to the official Darkmount Gaming YouTube channel.